Hey, this is Joy. Thanks so much for being here. I don't know about you, but I've had one of those days where I really just want to do some yoga. So I'm going to bring you along on that journey and kind of walk you through a fun, exciting, upbeat sequence and flow that I've had floating around for a while. I've got a playlist to go with this one, so jump on board. Join me. See you on the mat. All right, let's get going. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Stand up nice and tall, drift the arms down to the hips, then inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, reach and lower. Take any little wiggles out you might need. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to walk the arms out in front of you. And bring the weight left and right into both sides, drawing the toes forward and back, wiggling through the heels. And lower the knees down, tabletop pose. Let the right arm get light. Left heel comes out behind you. So the opposite hand, opposite leg. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, draw it under the body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Then draw the knee and the elbow out horizontally to the side and stretch. Pull it out and stretch. Then reach the right arm overhead towards the opposite toes. Look over the shoulder. Slowly lower back down, catching your balance and coming through your own tabletop pose. Other side, left arm comes out long. Right heel, inhale to reach. Then pull it under the body. Inhale to lengthen. Pull it under. Keep that belly engaged. Then pull it out to the side horizontally. Bending through that left elbow, right knee. Let's all meet back in downward dog. Feel the hips growing longer to the sky. Then drift yourself forward, plank pose. Lift the left arm overhead. Take some nice sweeping motions and back down. Then the right arm, side plank. Big sweeping motions forward with the arm, through plank and downward dog. Walk yourself back. Swing left and right, opposite hand to opposite elbow. Then roll up, mountain pose. This time move back to the center of the mat. Inhale, reach. Take a twist off to the right. Inhale to center, twist to the left. Inhale, center, exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach, forward fold. Halfway lift, plant the hands. Step the toes all the way back to a nice strong plank. Halfway down, up dog, downward facing dog. Reach the right hand high. Draw it across the body towards the opposite ankle. For a little bit of a twist. Yeah, just like that. Then back. Lift the left arm. Twist it across underneath the body towards the ankle. Back to a down dog. Then lower the knees, widen for a child's pose. Take a few rounds of breath here. Tuck the toes, down dog. Take a big step forward. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms. Sink down to a chair pose, lifting through the toes. And test yourself here. Going a little lower. Then twist off to the right, drawing the fingertips to the back of the room. Let's come back through center, twist off to the left, back through center. Lowering a little bit further down, drawing the hands to the heart, checking with the shoulders. Then come all the way down, lower to the glutes, and roll back and forth. Balancing now, coming into a boat pose, lifting the toes. Then draw the left knee in and the right. Going back and forth as if you were riding that bicycle. If you can, then lift yourself back up. keeping the bicycle motion going, drawing the arms overhead, engaging that core. Come through a pose as if you're going to do a boat, but lower the heels and instead move the chest up and down, coming into a reverse tabletop pose. Lift the left heel high and lower. Lift the right heel high, keeping the glutes engaged and lifted, then lower. Left heel drifts up, crosses over, and lift the chest. Then fold forward, straightening out the right leg for that forward fold. Release through the glutes. And then take the left arm to the outside of the foot and engage a little bit of a twist here. Excellent. Then come back through that reverse tabletop. Right heel lifts. And the left. Then draw the right heel up and over. As if you're doing a figure four, lift through the heart space. Let the left heel drift out in front of you and forward fold. Draw that right hand towards the foot. Take a twist. Forward fold. Slowly release. Set up into another boat pose, lifting the toes, lifting the heart. Then the arms come behind the head. And if you can, stay up nice and tall here. Then lower down, switching out those legs back and forth to engage the core. Ooh, even if you struggle a little bit, get yourself right back up. Take this as a good challenge for yourself, back and forth. Opposite elbow pulls across to the opposite knee. You've got it. Keep that energy high. Keep the oscillation. Let that core get extra warm. Go a little bit further, and then lower. Draw the knees in. And roll all the way over. Take a nice big stretch of the belly by doing an upward dog. Then lift the hips, pressing the hands into the earth. Downward facing dog. Big breaths here. Normalizing yourself, coming back to center. Roll forward. Plank pose. Halfway down, up dog, downward facing dog. Big step forward, inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands pull in, zippering to the heart. Take any little wiggles you need. Inhale, mountain. Sink down to a chair. See if you can go a little bit further this time. Sweep both arms out behind you. And come up onto the tippy toes for a drinking bird. Engaging the core, lowering the heels. Inhale, standing right knee raise. Drift it up and over, figure four pose. Keep that right hip down. Keeping the left heel nice and steady onto the earth as you twist up and over towards the left side of the room. Trying to keep those hands zippered into the chest, back through center. Then standing, right knee raise. Step it all the way back, slowly and intentionally, high crescent lunge. Keeping both hips facing forward. Then lift the arms out back behind you through the triceps. Hinge forward. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Gazing over the front arm. Inhale, high flying and lower. High flying, lower. Reverse the warrior. Feeling that side body open up, opening through the ribs. Side angle pose. Gaze to the ceiling. Connecting every little moment here, every little movement, reverse and side angle. Lower that left hand all the way down and step that left foot behind the right side plank. Come back through a plank pose and your vinyasa. Halfway down, up dog, downward facing dog. Big step forward. Inhale, mountain pose. Come back through center. We're going to flip it over for the other side. Standing left knee raise. Drift it up, figure four pose. Feeling the left hip drop down, even as the right heel is nice and steady. Take a twist, lifting up through the left elbow, keeping the hands pressing into the heart space. Coming back through a standing left knee raise. Slowly, take a big step back, high crescent lunge, using your core to lift the heart. Fly it forward. Elbows come high. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. High flying warrior, straightening the front knee. 2 times. Then reverse. Reverse that warrior. Oh yeah, side body stretch. Side angle. Inhale to reverse the warrior. Exhale, side angle. This time, bend the knee extra deep and plant the hand. Stepping that right foot back behind the left for side plank. Plank pose. Chaturanga, halfway down. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Big step forward, fold, rolling up. Take those little wiggles, anything you need. Back through center. Let's take this another step farther. So standing right knee raise. Up and over, figure four pose. Take your same twist, lifting that right elbow up and around. Then fly the arms to the sky, to the ground, pulling in through both feet, and then meet back in chair pose. Take a few little bounces here, and a standing left knee raise. Up and over, figure four. Lifting up through the left elbow now for your twist. Fly the arms nice and wide to the sky, to the floor. Using the balance between the knee and the elbow, then step it back. Pulsating through your chair pose. Checking in with the palms, float them out behind you, and lift it up again to a drinking bird pose, dipping the chest maybe a little bit further down this time. Release down overhead, inhale. Standing right knee raise. Big step back, high crescent, fly it forward, high crescent, exhale, warrior two. Moving a little bit faster, fly that arm overhead. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse, warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, side angle. Straighten the front knee for reverse triangle pose. Maybe finding a bind with the back arm. Into a triangle. Gaze to the sky. Tip those hips forward to reverse. Triangle pose. Bend into the front knee until that left hand touches all the way down. Big step back, side plank with strength here. Lift the top leg. Flexing through the toes. Then bend the knee open as if you were doing a tree pose. You can hold there, or maybe you even grab onto the toe. Then release it away, pulling the arm and the toe in opposite directions, halfway down. Up dog, downward facing dog. Come up onto the toes, bend the knees, big step or hop forward. Halfway lift and down. Inhale, mountain pose. Standing left knee raise, up and over. Step it all the way back. High crescent lunge. Inhale, high flying and down. High flying, down. Reverse the warrior. Side angle pose, connecting these movements elegantly and intentionally. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Reverse, maybe even with a bind. Side angle pose, straighten the front knee. Reverse your triangle. Hips come forward. Triangle pose. Intentionally connect, lengthen through the side body, reverse the triangle. Triangle pose. Final time to reverse. Triangle. Now bend really deeply through the knee, lower through the right hand. Step it back. Plank pose. Lift through the top leg. Open up through the hip. Find a tree pose. Stay there or challenge yourself, lifting up through the heel, grabbing onto the toe, lengthen, and back through plank. Halfway down, up dog, downward facing dog. Up under the toes, bend the knees, big step or hop forward. Roll up, mountain. Come back through heart center. All right, now take this time to move in whatever way your body asks you, and then sink down to a chair. Interlace the fingers behind your back, lifting up through the triceps. And again, find a standing right knee raise. Up and over, figure 4 pose. Keeping the shoulders up, back, and down as the chest lifts. Dropping through that right hip. Standing right knee raise. Step it back. Keeping those fingers interlaced. If it feels good, into a modified high crescent lunge. Inhale, high crescent, sweeping the arms overhead. Keep that back knee lifted. And then twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Through high crescent, warrior 2. High flying and lower. High flying and low. Inhale, reverse the triangle to a triangle pose. Flowing through it, reverse your triangle. Be a little bit more intentional about the arms as you reverse the triangle. Reach the arms out, triangle pose. Step in the back foot. Bring that right arm forward and down. We're going to take a revolved triangle pose. So lift that left arm overhead, maybe even swinging it down and around to a bind. Lift it back. Transition by lifting up through that right hip. Triangle pose. Swinging that right arm around and around. Draw both out into a diagonal. Forward fold. All the way to the other side. Standing left knee raise, interlacing the fingers behind the back. Standing left knee raise. Take that big step back, keeping those fingers interlaced if you can. Open up the heart. Inhale, high crescent lunge. And twist. Left arm forward. Then open up, warrior 2. High flying and lower. High flying and lower. Reverse your triangle pose. And move to the triangle. Let's be intentional about our arms this time as we reverse. Extend wide into triangle. Inhale, reverse. Wide to triangle. Bring the back foot in about a step. Lower the front shoulder down. And the right fingers reach up to the sky. So revolved triangle. You can bring the hand around the back for a bind. Come back to the revolution. And then through triangle pose. Sweep the top arm around. And let's bring it to a V out to the side. Engage those obliques. Exhale, forward fold. Interlace the fingers again. Keeping yourself in that fold, allow the hands to shift forward as you bend through both knees. Come into a flat spine and then all the way up to standing. And go ahead and move. Move however it feels good to you. I'm in the mood for some jumping, moving out those arms, even shaking up. Yes, excellent. Spread those arms wide. Draw the heels in and then bend the knees. Dip the shoulder down and forward as you've got that bend in the goddess pose, down and forward with the other shoulder back to center. Get light in those heels and reach the arms out wide, palms up. Catch your balance. Palms down, palms up. Work at straightening through the knees. Stretch the arms and fold forward and down. Shake out the neck, even grabbing the hands behind the neck. Shake it out. Let gravity be your friend. All right, now swing it over to the side. Left heel comes in, open up for a triangle pose. From here, both arms out to that diagonal, engaging the oblique, and then draw the left hip back, right hip forward towards the front heel, and work towards a flat spine. Drift the arms out behind you as if you're going to fly forward, lifting up through the triceps. Then twist back, using the obliques, arms out to the side, roll forward and down. Opposite hand to opposite elbow, bend through both knees. Okay, let's do the other side. The right heel comes in. Left arm up to the sky, triangle pose. V, both arms out. Then twist, pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Flat spine, lifting up through the elbows as you fly the heart forward. Excellent. Slowly transition back, drawing the left hip back, right hip forward, and release down. Opposite hand to opposite elbow, give yourself a nice swing back and forth. Heels in again, goddess pose, bend through the knees, weight left and right. Get light in the heels again, lifting them up. Get the hands loose, maybe even holding on to the heart as you bend a little bit deeper. Catch your balance. Reach the arms wide and lower. Palms up and palms rounded down. Couple times here. Lower the heels. Inhale, open up, 5-point star, and take a little moment to groove. Shake it out through the hips. Maybe even the neck, the hands. Excellent. Now lower down onto the floor. Let's calm it down a little bit. Both arms high. Bend through the left arm, grabbing on with the right. And take a little wiggle to the left, right, and then come back through center. If you want to take it a little bit farther, you can drop the hands both down towards the shoulders. Or not. Go ahead and reach the back arm to the front, across the body, using the right arm to hold on to it. Stretch out at the neck as it feels good here, and then undo it. Let's pull up to the other side. So bending through the left elbow, right arm grabs onto it. If you want to take it a little bit farther, you can glide the left arm down so both hands come to the shoulders. Otherwise, come back through and sweep the right arm in front, using the left arm to grab onto it. Moving through the neck, Stretching out the arm. And release back. Swing the shoulders, swing the arms front, back, giving them a little bit of extra mobility here after we've engaged them. Then reach the left arm down, right arm sweeps overhead. And flow between both sides. Exhale, then cactus. 2 cactus. And again, keeping that sits position in a way that feels good to you. Move through both sides. Stretching out through the ribs, the side belly. And then the neck, let it move. Taking a little groove moment. Lower the hips all the way down if you were in the hero's pose. And roll to the back. Lifting the lift the left leg up, cross it over, figure 4. Grab onto the right knee or drop the knee down, off towards the right side and take a little bit of a twist. The left hip can stay down or can be on top of the other. Engage a stretch as long as you wish. Then back through center. Right leg high. Take it up and over, figure 4. Grab on or drop the left knee out wide. Keeping the hip down or taking it a little bit further. Back through center. If either of those postures are calling to you, you may linger in them a little bit longer. Otherwise, come up, bring both feet together, and fold over them into a butterfly pose. Linger there as long as you wish. And then we'll close, coming into Sukhasana, easy pose. One leg crossed in front of the other, palms up today. Great job. If you want to rock it out to finish, if you want to meditate to finish, this is your space to do so. Thank you so much for being here. It's lovely to practice with you today. Hope to see you around soon.